Like I asked him my last time, I was like, it says go live, and then it asks you, are you sure you want to go live? I was like, well, yeah, I want to go live. Why would I not hit the? Why would I hit the go live button if I don't want to go live? I don't know.
If you didn't want to go
It
live.
might be a safety or security thing. All right.
No.
But anyways, hey there, everybody. How y'all doing? I don't know if anybody's in here or not, but we'll just roll with it and everything. As always, doing another round 30. This is where we get to know people out in the community. Kind of a little positive thing I like to try to do. I've been doing it for quite a bit and everything. And as always, I have a special guest with me. I have James. He's over in the UK, and he's a good listener. He's been a friend of mine for a little while, and he asked me you want to come on. I said, heck yeah, let's do this. So got it on. James, how you doing, man? How you doing over there? It's about 6 hours ahead of us. So how you doing in the future, man?
Yeah, just coming on to 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm really good, thanks. You?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty good. It's fine. I just did a review. I did a premiere of the Dead Prime and everything, and I'm just living life. America, I guess.
Cool. Yeah. No, I just saw that go live in the Transformers and Such group. So
Yeah,
have a look at that later.
If y'all don't know now, I post a lot on Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. I go to a lot of groups. I do spam it, but I'm trying to get my stuff out there. And
Yeah, man, it's all good.
Anyway, all right. So, hey, everybody that you came in, Dillard came in. GW, what's up, man? Thank you so much for coming in, man. This is James. Everybody say hi.
Hey, you going?
All right. Well, I guess let's just start this thing. So it'll be, get the fun and all that stuff. So, first question I asked is, where are you at in collecting? Like, do you have any niches or anything like that? What do you collect overall? Looks like I see some Star Wars stuff maybe back there. So, what do you collect and where are you at in collecting right now?
Right. So, my collection, as it stands, is based around Transformers and Star Wars. I collect Hot Toys, Star Wars figures.
Money bags.
Only doing a limited amount of characters, predominantly with the original trilogy.
Okay.
The main characters. I'm not going too heavy on that. I've got a couple of Lego UCS sets to go with the Star Wars. I've got Slave One. I've got the Snowspeeder, which you can probably see behind me over there, and then behind my head, I've got the TIE Fighter. So that's kind of my Star Wars. I've got a couple of art pieces as well, which you can't see. And then, it's Transformers, predominantly fans toys, but the other part of the collection is the Ocular Max series of their kind of the interpretation of Masterpiece and G1.
Yeah.
So that's probably where I'm at right now. I had started collecting, or I collected a lot of the Mastermind creation reformatted line, but unfortunately, due to COVID, I had to pretty much sell off the entire line that I had. But it's what it is. I've got to have a roof over your head. So so now I'm just limiting it to MMC's Ocular Max line.
Hey, you got a good head on your shoulders, man. Sometimes people don't even think about that. They would rather buy toys and Transformer stuff and everything instead of paying their bills. Don't worry about that and all that stuff. So, you got that going for you.
Keep a roof over your head.
Oh, definitely. Some people some people don't know. All right, cool, very nice. Do you have a favorite character? Who's your favorite character you like to collect, or who one of your favorite characters?
It's Galvatron. I love Galvatron in the UK comics.
Okay, yeah.
In the UK comics, he's sadistic. He's like sort of 10 times worse than Galvatron in the cartoon series. So I love Galvatron as a character. I always think that the Decepticons, or any heel or bad guy, in the films or anything, they always have a much better dynamic, much better character build, and than the superheroes and so forth. So I ate towards him, and then Sovereign from Fans Toys was probably what was my first foray into the Masterpiece line of any kind, and it was my first Fans Toys figure. And that figure, I think I picked it up in early part of 2017. That blew me away. I was just absolutely, took it out of the box. I was just so impressed with the level of detail, the paint, how heavy it was. was this day. It's probably one of the best Fans Toys releases in my opinion.
Yeah, he's a good one. I like him. He's over there on my in my details and everything. So good one. Good one. All right. I'm sorry. If you,
I'd love to.
I'm sorry. Go on.
I'd love to. You know, obviously with the M's just been released, which is the so-called movie or version of it. You know,
Yeah.
If I hadn't got this one, then but at the moment, obviously with everything that's going on, and I just can't justify it. So maybe we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Awesome. Awesome pick too. Very nice. All right. So, if you could have one superpower, what would it be? Just one. Two. Just one.
You know, it's the art of transporting anywhere, man.
Okay. Skywarp.
Anywhere in the world. Yeah.
I feel a couple
Skywalker.
people has already picked that one. So that teleportation is a popular one. That'd be pretty cool. Very nice. Very nice. Very choice. Good choice. Good choice. Awesome. Awesome.
I think kind of especially with today, kind of like with all the restrictions that people have, you know, just to kind of like teleport to like an island somewhere, you know, get some sun, just chill out, have no rules, you know, kind of like that type of stuff, just to get.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, especially with nowadays. Yeah, can't fly. I mean, you can fly, but it's very limited and everything. So very nice, very nice. All right, so let's see. If you lost your sight, what would be the last transformer you would want to see? More likely, it's going to be probably that Sovereign, isn't it?
Oh, so the other favorite piece that I have in my collection is the Flames Toys Tarn.
Oh, nice.
And
very nice.
My favorite piece in my entire collection is that. That's a good choice. It's a work of art. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah. I cannot fault it in any way. It blew me away. And if that was the last thing I ever saw, I would be happy.
Nice. That's a good one. Yeah, the drift is really nice as well. They make a great product. I haven't got anything else from them. But they really do put out so much detail and
I think they've got the Megatron that they're releasing very soon. Because obviously they're very unique but very expensive pieces. The only other figure that I would be really interested in getting from them would be an IDW Megatron, you know, Origins.
Oh,
so they've done I think they've done sort of like the kit that you can put together for Megatron. But if they did that, those two together on your shelf would just look incredible.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's a good choice. That's a beautiful piece. I have him up there too as well. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, I got the drift too, and what was the other one? They put out an Autobot one.
They did two versions of drift, didn't they? The regular and the shattered glass.
Yeah, then they did another. They did what's his name?
They've done Prime in IDW, and they've also done who is it?
I know who you're talking about. We know who we're talking about. I forgot his name. Yeah. I forgot his name off the hand. Oh well. Anyway, the good point. Yeah, good choice and everything. So, all right, awesome. So let's get next to where do you see Transformers in 5 years?
Ooh, that's a big one. You know, Transformers has got such a huge following and fan base. I can only see it growing as a brand. In terms, you know, I think more movies coming out. I think the Bumblebee movie was really good. I think a lot of people appreciated that movie, especially over the original movies that came out. So I do just see it growing. In terms of from a collector's perspective, you know, that's a little bit more foggy, I think. Obviously, you have really good third-party companies such as Fans Toys, MMC, X-Transbots.
Yeah.
But everything's up in the air a little bit as to whether or not, you know, Takara and Hasbro are going to come in and potentially do anything with their copyright imagery or anything like that.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, because of what Takara and Hasbro aren't releasing, it's giving these third parties the opportunity to do it. So I can really only see it continuing to grow. But I really wish, the fans really had a little bit more of a say in kind of its progression, especially, us who've been fans for years, grew up with the cartoon and everything. So, so they do listen, but it would be nice to have sort of a forum where we can actually really get our viewpoints across. Because I think that's the only way that a company and a business in general grows and a brand would grow, is by communicating and taking on board what their fan base really is looking for out of the brand.
Right. That's a good point. And I was, and I was just thinking about when you said that, Jakar, they're going, they just, knocked out Wei Zhang and everything. If they are going to go, and which I don't think they are going to, I don't know why they would go after, like third-party companies. If you're going to go after third-party companies and try to shut them down, you need to start giving us more Transformers. Then you need to give us more MP scale stuff. Instead, if you're going to shut that down, then you're going to lose the fan base as well, because you're going to be pissed. You're going to piss them off that you shut down all these third-party companies, but then you're not giving us what we want. So
no, exactly. I mean, there's such a big demand across the whole lineage of Transformers. And again, look at something like IDW. There are only a small handful of companies that deal with those characters. So, and up until, say, for example, MMC came onto the scene, it was so difficult to even get an IDW character because it just wasn't on Hasbro or Takara's radar.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Oh, the guy we think about was I think it was a Star Saber. They made a Star Saber.
That's it, Star Saber, because they were also, I think, about to release the add-on part of that as well. I think.
Yeah,
that
remember.
Stunning.
It was. Yeah, Robert D got him, and I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm like, oh, there it was. There. So, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, like I said, if Takara is gonna, and I don't care if they go out their knockoff. They can, they shut down all the knockoffs they want to. That's fine. It's just, like I said, if you're gonna go, which I don't think. I think Takara and third party work together. I really do. I mean, they work in. I've heard their story. There's rumors out there that they're working in the same area, and I think they work together. Especially with the mainline stuff, because some of the stuff that Hasbro used to do with make mainline stuff was just, just begging for third party to have an add-on kit, with their combiners and everything. So I think they kind of work together. But if, like I said, if they do go after third party, if you're going to try to shut those down, you're going to piss off a lot of fans. You need to give us what they want, what they're giving us as well. They're not doing that right now.
Not only that, but the quality. So don't go. The Masterpiece line has a specific quality to it, but when you pick up a Masterpiece figure and then compare it to some of the third-party companies, it's just like they're using better quality plastics. Potentially, they're using die cast, which Takara and Hasbro are not doing or don't use to a great extent. So I don't think they will go after third party. And I think it was a couple of months ago, Pake for Life had a one of the guys that did the design for Swindle, I think it was, and they had a conversation. That they, he used to work for Takara several years ago, and all the designers talk and jump from ship to ship, and so I can't see that really happening.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean, could you imagine if how many pissed off people if they shut down Fans Toys? Oh my God, there would be a revolt.
Especially when you consider Fans Toys have outright decision is to do the G1 line, and like the amount of figures that they've still got left to do.
Exactly.
But Takara probably wouldn't even go anywhere near.
Oh no, definitely not. Awesome. So let's see what next is. So what type of collector are you? Are you a mint and seal bot collector? Do you have your stuff? I can see you got stuff you displayed. So do you like to do you just like to transform your things one time and put them on the shelf and say they're good to go, or do you like to take them down and mess around with them?
Okay, so I have now the MMC stuff. Yeah, I'll take it down. I'll repose it. I'll transform it a couple of times. Slightly different with Fans Toys. Depending on the complexity of the transformation at once, and then put it on the shelf. If it's something like Magnum that's just been released, who's got to pretty mess about with it. Like I've messed about with it like a dozen times since I got it, because it's just so messy. I'm not a mint in sealed box guy in terms of collection. Like I keep all my boxes. They're up in the loft. One of the biggest things that doesn't irk me in terms of, collectors can do what they want, but these companies, they employ and they hire people to do all the artwork, employ people to do the instruction manuals, depending on if they have a bio card. And all this, to me, adds value to the experience that you're getting when you're buying, especially a third-party figure. So I could never imagine throwing away a box where someone's taken that time to do all that artwork and put that time into it. I mean, one of the things that I really like about Mastermind Creations, for example, is one of their boxes. On the internal leaf, it's got all of the people who were in that figure, from design to artwork to box cover to the manuals. And to me, that's part and parcel of it. That's the community that have put that figure together and sold that. So why would I want to destroy it?
Yeah.
And essentially, to me, take that experience and that figure as a whole.
All right.
So yeah, I keep all my. Like I said, I have had to sell some items because of what's been going on. Everything has had all of its instructions and everything in boxes, so everyone that's had anything offered, they're getting everything in good condition.
Yeah.
So
that's good. Awesome. Yeah, I keep my boxes too. Well, most of them. I throw away some of the Hasbro stuff, right? But I need to start throwing away with more. Actually.
If I was collecting kind of like mainline, like forget Masterpiece. If I was just collecting kind of like the stuff that you can Walmart and get, then I'd bin that stuff.
Yeah.
But if inline Masterpiece, again, I keep
boxes. They got nice boxes.
I mean, funnily enough, Takara Masterpieces, I've got MP10, which everyone should pretty much have, and then I've got Soundwave.
Yeah.
Those are the only two Masterpiece figures I have from the main line. Okay. But they're great. They're great figures.
Yeah, good choices. Yeah, especially Soundwave. That's a good one. Awesome. Very nice. I like that. Yeah. The boxes thing. I need to start throwing away stuff, man. I ain't got no room for them. All right. So, what is your favorite? What's your favorite television show that's not Transformer related?
Up until recently, from a cartoon perspective, I watched Rebels. So I've literally just gone through the entire season series of Rebels.
Yeah.
But my wife and I right now watch a massive amount of TV, and anything it is kind of like, it's not live. We kind of like record stuff.
Yeah.
Or we'll watch. So we're watching Ozarks at the moment. So, which is a show, and then we've just started watching Zac Efron, who's going around the world to do different countries, kind of like ways to save the planet and longevity of life and everything. So, moment, nothing too extreme.
Okay, not bad. We just got done watching. We were watching Snowpiercer. It's on TNT, and it just ended. It was all right. It's got another season coming, so. Just a weird show. I mean, I liked the movie. It had old Captain America in it, and then the show was pretty good. It was all right. But it was kind of weird in some ways. But
there's released the second series in September. I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically about like bad super. And I think the second series starts in September, and I think that's probably what we're going to go back to.
Nice.
So,
yeah, there's a lot of.
Honestly, I can't remember what the name of it.
There's nothing new coming out. I mean, like I said, with everything, with the stoppage and everything, so it's just, oh well, it will be fine. Hopefully, we'll get back to normal and everything. So that's a good choice. Good choice. So, who is your favorite comedian of all time? Or do you like comedy? I mean, do you like comedians?
No. We've gone to several stand-up shows.
Oh, okay.
One that to me, Eddie Murphy. Love his stuff from really, really funny. So yeah, he's probably one of the guys look into for comedy.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with him.
No, you can't.
Even today, when you're looking at him on stage in the late 70s, early 80s, it can't make you not laugh.
Yeah. That's a good choice. That's a really good choice, especially in the 80s. Everything Eddie Murphy in the 80s was really good. His movies and everything. So, all right, very nice, very nice. So, if you could make a character, what type of personality would they be or have? Would they be a female or male? When what would they turn into? And would they be a bad guy or a good guy? Autobot or sitcom?
Ooh, one of the characters that I really like is in terms of his mentality. Because I was younger, I love this whole mentality of the samurai.
Oh,
so if you kind of like having a very similar personality to someone like Six Shot.
oh, okay.
So obviously, Six Shot, although he was a Decepticon, he was really in because he wanted to be bettered. He wanted to die by the hands of another warrior.
Yeah.
So that's probably kind of like the personality type that I would go for.
Okay.
And at the same time, because of that, like you have the Autobot Decepticon. In Star Wars, you have sort of like the Jedi, but you also have like the grey Jedi who are kind of like in the not good, not bad. They use both elements of the Force.
Yeah.
So I would actually almost have like he'd be a male character of neutrality, wandering the planet, the Earth, for essential that warrior mentality of who is better than me on the battlefield. Actual design, that's I really like sort of like the Ford F-150 pickup truck.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice.
So I think kind of like having something like an off-road,
Yeah.
kind of like go anywhere type of a vehicle would be pretty cool.
Okay.
That would potentially also be able to change somehow into a jet as well, so that you can travel not only across land, any type of land, but you can travel across different continents, different planets.
I was trying to picture an F-150 with plane parts and everything, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if that work or not, but I guess it wouldn't look exactly like an F-150, but it could have a little, close to it and everything. So that's a good choice. I like that. And then the Six Shot thing, that's a good. I've never really heard anybody mention a Six Shot as one, as their personality and everything is something they aspire to and be liked and everything. But that's a good choice. I never. Very nicely done. I like that. Six Shot, and then all right, awesome. So, who would you like as the leader other than Prime or Megatron? Who would you think would be a good, second, I guess, guy to step up if they both, when they both died? Who would you think would be a good one?
Do you know what? Not as a good leader in the Decepticon, but and this will go to your heart. I would have loved. Wouldn't you just love to actually give Starscream a chance?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, he
might be terrible.
Probably.
He might be terrible, but you want to give him a chance, right?
Oh well, yeah, I always want to give him a chance, but I never thought he would be. I mean, nobody would like him. First of all, nobody likes him except maybe Skywarp and Thundercracker. They deal with him because they're kind of he's the leader of the Seekers. But I don't know if anybody would even follow Starscream. I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, I always love to try to give him a shot, but I don't think he would. And I don't know. He may be good. I don't know. With if he went back maybe to the scientist mode, because he was a scientist, with Jetfire and everything.
Okay.
If he maybe did it, because I just think he would just go, just balls deep, trying to do something, and it would just probably fail. Like he just want take everybody and just let's go, everything. And I don't know. That might be a good thing. But it might be get everybody on their toes. You're like, hey, let's go attack all the bots right now. Let's not do what Megatron does. Let's just go right now and then see what happens. So,
and I tell you what, I was thinking about this the other day. Because in the G1 cartoon, you obviously had this not power struggle, but you had obviously Grimlock kind of saying, why can't I be leader? I'm stronger, I'm bigger than Prime.
Yeah.
But he essentially transferred his brain to Computron.
Mm-hmm.
Grimlock, an intelligent Grimlock.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. If he had the intelligence now, if he's regular Grimlock, no, there ain't no way. Especially season 3 Grimlock, he was just a laugh. I mean, he was a punching bag, he's laughing stock. But I think, if he had the what he had, before he gave Comatron, I think I think he definitely could be a good leader. That's a good choice. That's a really good choice. I don't think nobody's chose him yet, but I could see him as if he did have that. I was like, how did he get? I forgot how. I remember the episode. I remember him giving it to Coppertron. How did he get smart? I forgot how he got smart though.
That actually is a good question. It's elusive to me. So if anyone knows,
somebody in the comments might know. But I'm drawing a blank of how he got smart. Oh well, I remember he had the little thing, helmet, whatever.
The helmet, and everything.
Yeah. But I just totally forgot how he got. I think did he get a bump in his head or something? I don't know. Someone will say something, but that's a good man. Both good choices. Like I said, like the Starscream, I would definitely love to see, but more than likely it'd fail. And then Grimlock, if Grimlock had the the smarts and everything, I think he could do it. Wheeljack experiment. Oh, okay. Man, I have to go back and watch that. I don't remember the. So it was a Wheeljack experiment. So pretty cool. Thank you, James. Well, thank you, James, and thank you, other James.
Thanks, man.
Mr. Hanson. All right, so we got one more question.
Okay.
So, if you could have a theme song, if you walked into a room, you had a theme song, what would that be?
Oh, that's a tough one. That is.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm just trying to think now. You know what? So this might not be an American guitarist called Joe Satriani. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him.
Yeah. He was big in the 80s, late 80s, and everything. I remember.
So for me, I love him. I think he's an amazing artist, and it's a song that's prevalent. Well, kind of because of the time of year in the summer song. Which was released on his Extremist album, and that is just it's a really fast-paced, electrifying kind of song. That would be brilliant. I mean, I think kind of like a music video, and they did it around like a NASCAR and that for me epitomized the song because the pace and into the moment and everything, and that would be cool to walk in as that was my theme.
Okay, good choice. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Real quick, does your wife collect anything? Is she a collector, or is she just?
She doesn't actually collect anything. She's into her arts and crafts. So she's something like an old chair, and then she'll do it up, and then either keep it. Or, very much arts and crafts, but as for collecting, I suppose arguably cats because we have 4 of them.
Okay. My wife doesn't collect it. I mean, no, she don't collect anything really. I mean, she, clothes. She loves clothes, just like most women do. But as far as collecting anything like that, she's just never drew her into anything like that, those stuff. So it's fine.
I think we live in an age. We're very fortunate. Our age group are now able to purchase essentially toys when we were kids, either still mint in box. If you're that kind of collector in terms of wanting to collect, obviously very expensive. But the renditions that for example, toys do. We're very privileged with the technology that's around me. Think back to our parents' generation; they didn't have those types of things because of TV.
Oh yeah,
the technology. So we are very, very privileged, and again, that for me is the other side of collecting it. It's a privilege to collect these figures, or in terms of design, but also what they stand for in terms of our childhood memory. I started collecting again. My first figure as an adult was back in 2014, and it was this project Roadbuster.
Okay, yeah, I got him.
And I'll give him a shout out. Pure was the guy that got me to the whole collecting Transformers and everything.
Yeah.
Again, it kind of gone off my radar because, and I was in the US actually. I was working at the University of Sands. Just on a time off, I was just randomly looking at YouTube videos, and one of his popped up. I looked on it.
Oh, okay.
And I watched it. So that's really cool. And I continued to watch them when I got. And then I had a really kind of. We'll have moments in our lives where you doubt yourself and stuff like that. In 2014, and I thought, you know what? I've got a little bit of money. Screw it.
Why not?
I'm gonna. So I bought Roadbuster, and that's essentially where my collection started from. Essentially, and like I said, like you asked, this is where it is now, but it started with Fans Project back in 2014, and it's evolved to where it is now.
Oh yeah, it's evolved a lot, actually. To be honest, Fans Project. I mean, I got quite a few Fans Project stuff or anything, so that's a good start and everything. So nice. Graham and Luke Collectibles asked you a question. Can you see that?
Ooh. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? Such a unique character and such a specific character, and because it's to do with the UK comics, you'd almost have to have someone within that company have an affiliation, I think, to be able to actually even see that. It would be nice. At the moment, I don't see it, but
okay. Very nice. Well, thank you for the question, man. But I'm out of questions, man.
Yeah,
so much, dude. That was awesome, man. You had some really, really good answers. Like I said, I'm still loving the Grimlock thing about being the leader. I never really thought of him, as being leader because it's just Grimlock. But that one episode where he was, actually had some brains. With the brawn and the brains,
again,
it'd be good.
It's taking that twist because we know in the comics and in the cartoons he did have that kind of affiliation. He wanted to be or saw himself as a leader, but we're just taking that twist on it in terms of having that level of intelligence.
Yep. I think the War Within War Within comics he was smart. I mean, he wasn't like Perceptor or something like that smart, but he had some brains in him and everything. And with the brawn and everything, and I think the Dinobots are probably one of the strongest teams in Autobots thing.
Oh yeah.
So I think that would definitely help, and they would they support each other. They're dumb, dumb as rocks, but they support Grimlock. All of them do.
They're a brotherhood, aren't they?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're. I think they're probably. They're kind of like the Stunticons, but they're on the good side. Because they don't. Align their allegiance to the Decepticons. They align. Whereas the Stunticons, first, then the Decepticons, and I think the Dinobots are kind of that way as well. As they are still Autobots, but they're Dinobots first. So
the Dinobots first.
So we follow Grimlock. We do follow Prime, but we follow Grimlock always. So I think that would be a really good team to be in together and everything. So good choices. All right. Well, we've been around 30 minutes and everything. Once again, James, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know we were supposed to do this about 2 weeks ago, and then last weekend I went out of town. Yeah, we just couldn't get anything together. and everything. But I just really appreciate you coming on, man. I had a great time. Dude, you're welcome back anytime you want to, man, or
You
anything
know,
like that.
it's a pleasure. You know, I love talking to fans wherever they are in the world. You know, sort of like
Yeah.
being part of this community. We just want to make it stronger. So being
Oh,
able to
yeah.
connect with people in your own country is great. You know, obviously the UK is smaller than the US, so we get to see each other a little bit more often. But
Yeah.
you know, kind of like getting to know people in, you know, New Zealand, Australia, America, wherever
Yeah.
that fan base is. You know,
Yeah.
it's a global fan base, so why not, you know, kind of like have a more, especially with now with COVID and everything, we have that opportunity to actually make that community bigger and stronger by doing things
Yeah.
like this.
And interact and everything. Now, do you
Yeah.
do you have you ever thought about doing reviews or anything like that, or have you ever thought about doing? I mean, do you do Instagram? Do you do anything like that?
Right. So I have a YouTube channel and a
Oh,
Facebook page, which is called DJD Reviews. Um,
okay.
but and I started off quite strong a couple of years ago, but then just down to work and everything, and where we were
Yeah.
living and everything, it just became a little bit. Certainly, the YouTube channel, it just became to a point where I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
The Facebook page is a little bit more up to date, but again, because of everything that's been going on with my work and everything up to now, I haven't been able to update it. But once everything calms down a little bit, every single time I kind of like would get a new figure, I would open it up, I'd
Yeah.
take photographs and everything. So yeah, DJD reviews both on Facebook and on the YouTube, but I think there's only maybe a dozen videos
Okay.
on the YouTube.
Well, send me your. Oh, you know, we've been talking on Facebook. Send me your link to the Facebook thing at least, or if you want YouTube, and I'll definitely put it in the description and everything, so everybody can go follow your stuff. And
Yeah, no
hopefully,
problem.
you'll get a chance to get back into you know, reviewing and everything. So you'll get people to watch.
Yeah, no, I really did like it. I really did enjoy it. I think at the time I was doing it gave me a little bit more freedom to do it. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was something I enjoyed. But I have to say, kind of like the whole editing side of things and making it all pretty and like, well,
Oh, I don't even make it. I try to make it
that's not,
pretty, but it's like shining a turd. My stuff is just it's just
it's better than my.
yeah. I like editing. It's fine. You know, it just it's it takes a while. You know, the shoot to the review is pretty straightforward. You know what you got to do. But the editing, it takes some time a little bit, and then I take pictures and everything, so I have to edit those pictures in, and it's a process and everything. But anyway, like I said,
I totally respect all, irrespective of what you do, the amount of time that it takes to do everything. It's irrespective of whether it is your primary job or even a secondary job or a hobby.
Yeah.
It takes so much time.
Yeah.
Total respect, because obviously, we all have, like you, like Bobby, for example, he has family, so it's, juggling everything together and everything. So yeah, total respect for all the reviewers out there, man.
Yeah, awesome. Well, dude, once again, thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure. Like I said, you're welcome anytime. And everything. I want to thank everybody that came in, everything, everybody watching. Like I said, I will be putting, when he gives me his Facebook and everything, I will put it in the description and everything. So definitely go give him a follow. And thank y'all so much for coming in. And I guess I'll see y'all, everybody. I think I'm going to do another one today. I got Rudy. He's going to be coming on. We might do another one today. So be on the lookout for another Around 30 today. So yay. So everybody take care, and goodbye, folks. Or good night, folks. I say goodbye.
Take care.
And then the end broadcast